So I put in a call to Parma, Italy, to talk to someone who I thought was going through some similar stuff to Juan Soto, and that was 27 years ago. That was Mike Piazza. I spoke to him on the phone on Tuesday evening for about a half an hour, and it's easy to forget the time because now Mike Piazza is beloved, historic Met. But in that first year, it was almost 27 years ago, kind of right now, he was traded twice in May. Once from the Dodgers, who drafted him and didn't get to contract extension with him in his walk year. They traded him to the Marlins. The Marlins were in a rebuild, so they quickly pivoted, and they traded him to the Mets a week later, third week in May. And initially, he's going to be the savior. The Mets haven't been in the postseason in a decade, but he struggled early, especially with runners in scoring position, and he got booed like crazy at Shea Stadium for those first few months. There's a game in August against the Cardinals where a visiting player, Mark McGwire, is cheered like crazy because he's going after the single-season home run record, and Mike Piazza is booed heavily at home. But the worm began to turn kind of beginning in August. He started to get big hits. He pretty much carried the Mets down the stretch. They didn't make the playoffs. They just missed, but not because of him. He was great down the stretch. And by the end of the season, the Met fans were demanding that he be re-signed. And before he even reached free agency, in those first few days after the season, the Mets signed him for 7 years at $91 million, which might sound laughable now, but was the largest contract in history at that point. So I asked Mike, who kind of understands this pressure and the intensity of the New York fans, what he thinks of what Soto's going through. And he wakes up in the morning with his youngest child, his son, and he sees all the baseball games. They're on a different time zone. He's following the Mets. He's seen the Soto thing. And I think he kind of hit on a few things. Number one, when you're struggling, it's time to hustle even more. He said he got that piece of advice from Jim Leland. It's very important to kind of like give yourself into your teammates, make it about the big group, not about a small group. And he certainly did a lot of that. Piazza did it. He credited John Franco, Al Leiter, Brian McRae, a few others. He said that Soto has to just make it about the team. Don't make it bigger, make it smaller. And he said last, just essentially that this is a rite of passage, that there's an intensity in New York and that you end up better if you get through this. And he believes Juan Soto is really talented and will get through this, and that just that belief system is part of getting through it, is believing that you're still a great player and it's going to happen, but to make it smaller, not big.